How you doing? My name is Bobby. Um, Starting this channel to talk about my experience with a covert narcissist. More distinctly, she was a altruistic covert. Um, I'll go into more detail later on. Um, I'm still not fully healed from this. Um, it's only been about 5 to 6 months since I was discarded. Um, but I'm going to get into why I know that she's a narcissist and how I came to that conclusion and how I figured out my answers. Um, Really, realistically, if you're here, you already have an idea. Somebody's either told you that they were the person that you're with, guy or girl, was a narcissist, or you found yourself looking for answers because you can't figure out what the fuck is happening in your relationship. So something's already brought you here. Um, there's a whole community of people out here that I've already been watching, and a lot of them say to not really make any of these videos until you are healed from it, and I just feel like now's the time. I don't have a whole lot of people in my reach left to be able to talk to. So I figure I'm going to put it out there and I'll talk to all of you. So, the first couple of videos that I make, I'm going to talk about briefly. I'm going to give a brief run through of my relationship, because it really kind of differed from your traditional narcissistic relationship where there was an idealized phase, a devalue phase, and then a discard. There was no real devaluing done to my face. I mean, she tried. She did try. But I think what made her hang on to me for as long as she did is that I was a challenge, is that I had boundaries that she couldn't break. And she wanted to break them. So she went around the one way that she knew she could. And she played on my empathy. She played on my heart. And I'm 100% sure she devalued me behind my back. But anyway, I'll leave that for the first video, going into my relationship. I can tell you there is a lot of other people, like I said, that are out here in the YouTube community that I've been watching, and I don't know if I'm allowed to use his name for copyright stuff, but I'm gonna say anyway. It is the page Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. He has been probably my number one go-to source for information, for a laugh. I've also taken cues from him to go to, it's ASSC Direct. He is very informative as well. There's a couple others here and there. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I will eventually get to a point where I will let you know about all of them that I've watched, things that have helped me. It's been a rough 5 months, I can tell you that. Very rough. And part of the reason why I knew that this was different than any normal breakup that I had ever gone through was the anxiety and the depression and the not even knowing who I was and the panic attacks and emotional flashbacks. And it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I'd never experienced anything like it in my life. I've been through heartache, what felt to be 100 times worse. You know, I was with my ex before this one for 8 years. 8 years. And we split, and it was no big deal. I spent 2.5 years with a narcissist, and it fucking destroyed me. Destroyed me. You know, I lost a ton of weight because of this. I was a avid gym guy, you know, 4, 5, 6 days a week, 170 pounds. 5 months later, I'm 133. Haven't been to the gym in 4 months. I pushed and tried, you know, right after. Tried to keep going, but the motivation just wasn't there. There was nothing there. I've also never in my life had to take any kind of antidepressants, nothing. Not a fucking thing, nothing. And the only thing really keeping me together at the moment is Cymbalta. As crazy as that sounds. It actually works pretty good once it's in your system. But I will say, guys, and girls, if you're already here and you're looking for answers, I will hopefully be able to answer as much as I can. I'm slightly educated in this now. Good bit. I might not have the the real know how to grasp it and put it into words quite yet. So great for everyone. So I'll wait on some of those kind of videos. But I do recommend you definitely go and check out the other sites that I mentioned, because these guys know their shit. They know their shit, and they can really help. You know, they were right when they said that, you know, the first part of healing from this is learning what happened to you, or is still happening to you. As you hear my dog snoring in the background. I have a pug, and he snores terrible. So, all right. So I'll cut this video off here, and you know, I'm not much for editing either. So bear with me until I get a camera or anything like that. I'm actually filming this on my phone and then uploading. So there'll be no real editing. There'll be no nothing. Just gonna fire from the hip. Well, take care. Talk to you soon.